It's a real one's birthday. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna hit this one, even though I feel like it's gonna be the wrong one. Hey, what's it? It's a real one's birthday, y'all. Welcome to the Soul Remixed podcast. Real one's birthday here today. We got about an hour and 49 more minutes left in the birthday girl's birthday. Yeah. How you feeling on the day, birthday girl?
Oh, feel like I'm just aging like fine wine.
Yeah.
No, I am 33, y'all. Just turned 33 today. I feel... Thank you. Everybody in the audience, I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all coming. Thank you, Ted, over there. Could you imagine just like, thank you, Ted.
Thank you, Ted.
Our imaginary producer. You know, I'm gonna go on a tangent. I watch Christine Snaps and Cole. They have a podcast together called In Bed with Christine and Cole. But they like do like imaginary like people. They're like, oh yeah, Ted, our producer. I'm like, Ted, here's Ted, our producer.
Ted, our producer.
Dan over there. See
Dan.
They're all,
Thank you for having my levels right at all time.
thank you, Dan. Buckaroo
Dan's
Dan.
the man.
Thanks, Bob. Bob over there with lighting.
Oh, yeah, Bob over there. Got Erica on the camera right
Yeah,
now.
thank you. Appreciate it. They're all like white guys' names. We got Estefan over there.
Thanks, George.
No, but yeah, I am 33. I am blessed to have 33 years of life. I've been going through it though. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been going through it. Mentally, emotionally, been going through it. Things that I can't talk about, things I won't talk about. Just at least not right now. Maybe in a future pod or so, I'll talk about it. But yeah, I just realized I think the older I get, the more I just want people in my life that like I really care about, you know, like my mom, my husband, my family, like my sister-in-law.
I made the list, y'all.
Like, you know, my sister-in-law, my munchkins, like, you know, I know they're getting older, so they're just like less, oh yeah, it's your birthday, whatever. But I still feel like today was Sylvia. She's our niece who's like 4, and she was kept asking Sarah today, and even yesterday she saw me. She said, "This is a surprise for you for your birthday tomorrow." I'm like, "All right, don't tell me my surprise." And then this morning when I woke up, she's been literally asking Sarah, "Can I give Tamara her surprise? Can I give her birthday present?" And Sarah's like, "Not yet." And then Sarah's like, "Okay, fine, go get it." And she came back and she's like, "Look, Tia, it's like I've been into like antiquing, so." And it's just like a little like
There's a tea set thing that's in that bag?
Yeah, it's a little like creamer and sugar like set thing.
Ooh.
And of course
little pour.
yes, and it came in a little basket. And then of course she's like, I want to have a tea party with Tia and Maggie. And Sarah's like, okay, I'll make some tea. And I was like drinking coffee. So we did that this morning. We made tamales. Yeah.
Tamales.
I think, like I said, I think the older I get, the more I just like, I want a really good home cooked meal for my mom, and just have like people that I really care about like being there. I mean, yes, of course I would definitely love to have like, you know, I think when I turn 35, maybe I'll have like a big party and just be like, all right, let's celebrate it. But I think, you know, I think the older I get, the more I'm just like, I just want simple things. And I've always been a simple thing. I don't like attention. Like I don't like people like, you know, like, oh my God, you. Like I don't like that. So today it was just like I enjoyed it. And normally like I would feel away because people are like, oh, I think when I was younger, I was like, oh, this person didn't text me, and this person didn't text me, and this person didn't text me happy birthday, like, whatever. And then now I'm just like, if you remember, cool. I appreciate the messages. Thank you for the people that have reached out to me and said happy birthday. I appreciate it. And, you know, it's just, I think the older I get, the more I'm just like, I don't really care. Like, I think I would feel a way if my mom didn't text me happy birthday or my brother didn't text me happy birthday. I would be like, yo, you guys, you need to text me happy birthday. You know, like, you guys are responsible to text me happy birthday. And then, of course, if my hubby didn't text me happy birthday, I would be like, you know what? You're sleeping on the couch tonight. But yeah, it was good. We played a lot of games. Yeah, look, he's glowing because he won in Rummy 500. So
I won.
Yes.
Rummy 500. I kicked their butts.
yeah.
520. I think the nearest person was like 360 or something.
Whatevs. I lost pretty badly. I barely made to the positive. I was
She
normally
had
I
35
win.
points.
Normally I win in Rummy 500, especially when we're keeping points. I'm pretty up there. I at one point was at negative 20. So
Yeah, we were, I think, on the last round or the round before last, and it was like everybody was at like 100, 200, 300. I had 400 or something. She had 5. I said, that's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
That's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. It was
Even one of the kids came over. Was like, I don't know if it was Joy or if it was like Maya. She's like, you only got 5 points or something.
that was Joy.
Dang.
Yes, that's Joy. That was Joy for sure.
Everybody was like, wow.
Yeah, they were like,
what
God,
happened?
I'm like, you know what? I took a couple hits, really bad hits.
Yeah.
I think the more players you have, the more it's really hard. I think with like 4 players is like a good amount. Anybody like past 4, it's like now you're just like, oh, okay, because I was the middle.
went crazy.
I was the middle. Like I was either in the middle.
That's true. If you are in the middle, you're kind of screwed no matter what kind of game you play. 'Cause
yeah.
it's like, if I won something, everybody else is going to get it before me.
Yes.
And then if it's like, and then it's depending on how many players you're playing with. It's like, if the player after you put something down that you want, it's like, now I got to wait for 4 more cards to get on there. It's like, now do I really want to grab it? Because now I got to have all these other cards in my hand. And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. This pod is coming out really late, y'all. Sorry, he got sick.
Is this coming out Thursday?
No, this is coming out
Friday?
today.
What?
I mean, like tomorrow.
This is coming out tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, you made this. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
When you said this pod is coming out late, you make it sound like we're recording this and it's going to come out.
No. Like this was supposed to be out on Friday, and yeah. So we're a little bit delayed. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, I was sick. I was sick last week.
Yeah, and then he was normally I'm like whatever, he's sick, he can suck it up, but like his body was aching. He looked like the Grim Reaper was coming to town.
Yeah, it had a pretty. I don't think it wasn't. Honestly, what I thought after it was over that it might have been like some walking pneumonia, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But either way, I knew it wasn't like COVID or flu because I had those for a couple of years, and I was like, it doesn't feel like that, but it was like I had a bad cough, really congested, and I could tell like I was kind of like wheezing, like I could tell like, whatever it was in my lungs. So I was like, you know what? That low key, I'm like, that might have been pneumonia. I'm not sure. And I know a few people that have gotten pneumonia recently, so I'm like, maybe.
But you want to know what's crazy? It's like this guy, when we first started dating, I never get sick. I used
to never get sick. As soon as I met her,
and then he meets me, and he's getting sick like every year.
Started dying.
But the thing is, like, he got sick.
When you get in love and you become a couple and you start living together, they zap half your immune system. That's a fact.
Well, I don't believe it because I think I'm getting sick now. So whatever. It's funny because he's like, I never get sick. I this and this. But when this dude gets sick, he gets sick. He gets the.
You always get the worst of the worst. Whatever it is, it's going to be 10 times worse. And it's going to just, I always like if I get sick, it's something stupid. Like it's like, oh, you have pneumonia. Oh, you have the flu. You have COVID. You have hand, foot, and mouth disease. You got. Like what you have the plague. Like it's never just like, oh, I got a little cold. It's like, no, I have like the worst version of everything. Like I never just get like something simple.
Yeah, and like so he got sick and then he started to feel better. So we're like, okay, we can record. But then I had doctor's appointments and all of this stuff. So like I feel like we couldn't record earlier because the game plan is we're gonna try to record on Wednesdays. Wednesday's gonna be our record days, and then it'll come out
Friday morning.
Part comes out Friday morning. But of course we were just kind of busy. And he wasn't feeling good, so I was like, let him rest. And then this homeboy over here went from getting sick to having some type of sty infection in his eyeball. I said, "What the?"
I do have some kind of sty in my eye.
Yes.
I woke up, but Monday night my eyes started hurting, and I was like, that's weird. My eye hurts. I'm like, oh, maybe if I go to sleep and then once I wake up, it'll probably be, not hurting. No, that wasn't the case. And then Tuesday, my eye hurt all day. And I'm like, all right, well, if it's still hurting tomorrow, which was Wednesday, I was like, I'll go to the doctor. So it still hurting Wednesday. So I was like, all right, I'll go to the doctor. And that's before, like, my eye then wasn't like, you could tell, like, this eye is, like, not open all the way. It's just like, I don't know, something up there.
Yeah.
So I went to the doctor Wednesday, and she was like, oh, I can't really see anything because it's probably up under my eyelid or some shit. I don't know. But she couldn't see anything, so she gave me these antibiotic steroid drops that she told me to take for, like, 3 to 4 days. And, you know, if it doesn't get any better, then go see an eye specialist. But, like, I low-key, like, a lot of people have gotten styes lately. Like, I never heard of styes going around. Like, I don't freaking know. Because, you know, a couple of people at work was like, I think one of my coworkers was like, oh, her daughter just had a sty. And one of her other daughters had pink eye. And I know, you know, Sarah just said, was it Sylvia a couple weeks ago had a sty. And I'm like, styes are just going around? Like, what the hell? Yeah. And I never had a sty in my life. So I'm like, I didn't know what was going on. Because before it was just like, it was just hurting. And now you could tell, like, you know, it's something that's like swollen or something up in it that's making my eye not open.
And yeah, and I think the crazy part is, like, my sister-in-law, she's very, like, kind of tries to do, like, home remedies as much as possible. She doesn't like to give them a lot of medicine. And, like, unless they're super dying, she, like, will take them to the doctor. But she'll try to do, like, home remedies for, like, their body. Like, you know, she doesn't like to give them a lot of medicine so their body can, you know, I won't say be immune, but, like, can, you know, heal itself naturally. So I, like, the moment he came in, that's the first thing I know. I was like, dude, his eyeball was like, I was like, babe. He's like, how's your eye? He goes, oh my, you do the eye drops.
I had a joke. I don't know. You don't even know who actors are, so I'm gonna pull them up as I say this. But Kevin was like, hey, how's your eye, dude? And I was like, I'm over here looking like freaking Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, I do know what Forrest Whitaker is.
Got that lazy eye. I was like, I'm over here looking like freaking Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah,
that's what I'm over here looking like Forrest Whitaker.
Sorry, that's not funny. It's not funny. We love you. We love you. Like,
Forrest Whitaker?
Yeah, we love you.
Forrest Whitaker don't know us.
You are important. No, but, like, I could tell. I was like, and of course, like, I felt guilty because I said it in front of, like, my mom. My mom's like, what happened? What's going on?
I know, you panicked her. What's wrong with his eye? Yes. What's wrong with him? I'm like, oh my God.
So was my sister-in-law. So I was like, what do you mean? What happened? So I was like, oh crap. And I was like, well, let's go, wife number one. So I was like, so my sister-in-law was like, my mom got one of her, like my mom found a sock. She was like, okay, get a sock. So she got a sock. Sarah put some rice in it, and then they kind of do some warm compressions, and immediately his eyes started to feel better. I said, you could have done that like a long. He goes, and
it was funny. Like, low-key, the doctor did tell me to do that, and I completely forgot that she told me to do that. She's like, yeah, and just try to put some warm compresses on your eye, whatever. I completely forgot that she told me to do that.
Yeah, and then, like, he did that a few times, and not right now. It's like it's starting. The swelling looks a little better than it was earlier, but yeah, I can definitely tell it's still there. But
I'm like, look, it looks stupid. Look crazy. I look like one of them scary movies. Like, hey, I'll kill you.
No, so he took a Snapchat picture of himself. You can definitely tell his eyeballs like it's like this swollen, and the other one's like this. He's like, I'm like, babe, what is going on?
I could definitely tell. Like yesterday, I mean, today it feels a little better.
Yeah,
like a little bit, but like yesterday, I could definitely tell that my vision was kind of like not say compromised, but it's like this eye is doing a lot of heavy lifting. Because like if I would close this eye, I was like, oh yeah, I could barely see. But like this eye is definitely doing like a lot of the lifting right now.
Yeah. So we've been going through it. Yeah, that's just a little captain of a life.
I don't know what you was going for there. I was like, I'm gonna just let her figure that one out because I don't know what she was going for.
We went on a date night.
Hey, we haven't talked to you guys. We haven't talked to them since then.
We were supposed to, and then
we went on a date, guys. I did get sick. I think that was what it was, man. I was outside. Whenever I go outside around a bunch of people, I get sick. And literally the next day, that Sunday, I was like, I told her, I was like, ooh, whenever I get sick, my throat always gets a little sore in the beginning. And then I'm like, that's how I know. Like, it's like a precursor. I know I'm getting sick when my throat feels a little sore. And even when I get sick, and it was like, it has nothing to do with my throat's fine. Like, my throat was fine through the whole sickness. But before I got sick, my throat just was sore. It was like scratchy sore. I was like, I'm getting sick. And sure enough, that Monday, I started getting sick. But, yeah, I blamed it on just being outside. Because we went to, 3-4 different places that day. Yeah. I was like, yeah.
So we went on. So one of our goals this year is to go on a date every month for the whole year. And so we take turns. So on January was like we went to Jungle Gyms and we went to Chili's. That was my date idea. And then February was his. So we went to
It's called Queen City Clay.
Yes.
It's a pottery class.
Yes. We didn't get any footage over there.
We're gonna put it in the vlogs.
Maybe
we recorded that day. You better put it in the vlog.
I might. I don't know. I feel like we didn't get much footage. Because I feel like we were so much in the moment that, like, we didn't get much of the footage. So I feel like we'll just recap it here. So we went to the Queen City Clay, which it was like a pottery class. They taught us how to do pottery. Like, you could make it. I think they were forcing us to make a vase. And I was like, can I just make a bowl? Because I want to make a bowl. I feel like she should have just told her how to make a bowl. It would have been cooler. But I feel like she was like forcing us to make a vase. But my only like critique of it would have been like if we could have just sat at our seats while there was like a couple TVs around so we can watch her while she's doing it. Because she would have like told us, all right, stop, come over here. And she would like talk to us at her like station. But then she was like, all right, now go back to your seat, you're gonna do this. And I'm like, what did she say again? Like, took it from time. She's like, she'd be like, you gotta grab like from this hand and then rest it here and pull it up here. And you're just like, huh? But they did have a couple like helpers that were really great at like helping. My machine was like wonky, because it would stutter on the speed. But what did you think?
I had, I think the same thing. I think they had a few more TVs because, I mean, they had like one like camera set up with a monitor, and like she had her own pottery wheel there, and you would get up, she would do her demonstration, show you what the next steps were, and you can kind of see it on her screen that's right there, and like, or you can watch her like do it. But if you were kind of like in the back or whatever, you still had like a screen up there. But like, I think if they had like a few more screens just around, and she could do her demonstration like. She could sit down and do her demonstration. We're still on our pottery wheel while she's doing the demonstration, and we could do it along with her. That'd have been great. Because, it was a lot. Like, sometimes, like, she'll, give a few instructions, and you get back to your seat, and you're like, all right, fuck, what was it? Like, all right, do this, and make the V and the butterfly. Like, what was it?
Yeah.
So, But other than that, though, I had a good time. It was fun. We got to make 2 pieces. One of my pieces was, I effed it up. When I was cutting it off the wheel, I made a hole in the bottom of it, but then the second one, it was a good piece that I was able to keep. And then they call you, like, what you said, like in a month or something.
I think not next week, but the week prior. After that, we should be getting a phone call about our pottery.
So we'll go pick them up. You can keep one piece of pottery free. If you wanted to keep both, I think it was like $15 to keep another piece or something like that. And but I had a good time. It was it was a pretty good class. It was a 2-hour class. Mm-hmm.
It went by really fast.
It went by really quick.
And it was funny because afterwards they were like, the person that cleans the best gets to like have this vase, right? And my freaking personality came out, and I was like, oh, clean the best, you bet. And I was scrubbing my station so good. I was like getting every little piece off, and I was like going, and then I put everything up together, and she goes, oh, she's like, what's your name? And I was like, oh, Margarita. And she goes, all right, Margarita gets to win the vase that she made. She made it all nice and fancy. And I was like, I know whose present that's going to be. It's going to be my mother-in-law's.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, yay. And I was like, well, but it was funny because like she points me out in front of the whole class, and it kind of looked at me up and down. I was like, man, don't look at me. Don't be hating because I can clean better than you. But we did that, and then we went to do candles.
Candle lab.
Yes, that was really fun.
I had an idea for the candle lab was to let me talk to the mic.
Yeah.
Was to make candles for each other and the sense that we think that each other will like. So that was our challenge that I had, was like, hey, make a candle like, with the scent that you think best fits, each other's personality or, whatever we think we will like. So that was pretty fun. I originally was going to go with like cause when we do our like, diffusers and stuff here, we go like a kind of like an orange, lavender, eucalyptus type of mix. I was kind of going for that, but they didn't have any lavender oil in stock, or like, whatever. They didn't have any in house. So I kind of went with a coffee house type smell. It was like coffee, toffee, and I forget. It's on the bottom, but you get to pick. Like, you could choose as many flavors or scents as you want, and then you kind of narrow it down to like 3 that you want to mix in, and then they allow us to, they get the wax to put it in front of you, and they allow us to like squeeze our essential oils into us and, smell it and get it to the, the levels and the scents that we want. And then it's like an hour and a half or something.
About 2 hours.
About 2 hours for you to come back and get your candle. I guess they got to let it cool down or whatever. And, you go back and you pick your candle up, and we think we did a pretty good job with each other. We think our candle smelled pretty darn good.
I think mine was. I was trying to find, because he loves anything like lemon things, and he kind of likes, like lemon. He does every once in a while. He'll do like some like coffee stuff, but I think he really likes like lemon, but like not the like fruity smells that smell like. Not too crazy fruity, but
I like more natural, like lemon or like a lavender, like peppermint. Like, I like earthy smells. I don't know if I call them earthy smells, but I don't like, strawberries, berry, and fruity candy type smelling. You know what I mean? I like, more lemon, orange. I like orange zest smell a lot, like orange oils, peppermint, lavender. I like those type of smells, flowers, stuff like that.
Yeah. So I was going more of that themed for his, which I think, I did a pretty good job. I was like sniffing. At one point I got a headache because I was like sniffing way too much, and I was like, I'm going to throw up. Like, I was like, I got a headache. They have like a
whole wall full of scents. Probably had to be 100, 150 scents. It was a lot of scents. Yeah. And you can smell them all. And they have like coffee beans to like cleanse your nasal palate, I guess. Yeah. And so they have a lot of scents to go through, and some of them was not good scents.
Yeah, there was like a bacon.
Yeah, there was a lot of some crazy scents. But I smelled them, I was like, oh hell no. Yeah. And so yeah, it was fun though. That's our second time, or my second time. Your second too as well. Mm-hmm. I mean, I only went 2 times together, but so that's on my second time going. And the first time we went was like, probably like 6 years ago, maybe 7, 8. I don't know. It was a long time ago. So I had a good time. And then we
went to
Jungle Gyms for a little bit.
We did, but that was just because we had to.
Yeah, we just had to wait for 2 hours, so we just like, we was in Eastgate, so we was like, let's go to Jungle Gyms real quick.
But the actual, like, everything was going really great. Like, we went to Pottery, we had a little bit of a snack. We went to do the candles, and then we went to Jungle Gyms. Everything was going great until we went to downtown. Downtown. We went to Knockback Nats. It's okay. So it's like a dive bar. And it's kind of like you sit and they just kind of bring you a menu. It felt very like, I don't want to say like, it wasn't really college vibe, but like kind of adults that still want to be in college kind of thing. So it was like one of those things, but he raves about their smoked wings. I guess he got a couple from his job when they catered. He raves about them, so he wanted to go. I was like, hey, let's go. We first get in, they ID us, and they were like, hey, 21 and up. And I was like, okay, so they ID us. Get there is fine. Mind you, this location is like right next to a parking like lot-ish that you have to pay for, but it was kind of small. And so we park our car, we're like, all right, cool, we're good. We're waiting, and then I was like, do we tell them like, hey, we want to order food? So he went up there, he's like, I'll go check. We started waiting a little bit more. Nobody came to us until like we moved to a different like spot, and then that's when finally somebody came to like get our order. The food was very basic, like we got some wings and I got some like brisket nachos. I think it was very I mean, I could have made it at home. But the wings were good. You can definitely taste the smokiness. We did all that. We ate our popcorn, and then we went to leave. As we were leaving, we noticed that his car was like boxed in, and we were like, okay. So, but it was funny because prior to that, when we first arrived, somebody else was boxed in as well. And so, but they were able to get out, and so we're like, all right, cool. So he like parks his car. We go eat. After we're done eating, we go back to his car, and we see that he's boxed in. And I'm like, no way. Like in my head, I'm like, there's no way he's boxed in. Like what? And so we see, like, it just felt like, it felt ridiculous. And I was like, so we're like both contemplating. We're like, okay, like what are we gonna do? Like how are we gonna get out of here? So we try. Like I get out the car, try to like maneuver him. Like all right, keep going to stop, keep going to stop.
Sorry, we're in an episode of Seinfeld or something.
Yeah, like keep going back, stop, keep going back, stop. It just wouldn't go. And then I was like, all right, go back in. And then he was like, he goes, I was like, maybe we can go in there and just make an announcement like, hey, can somebody move their truck so we can get out? Like, I mean, I don't know. I've never been in this kind of position before. Like, I don't know what's the proper way. Like, we can't sit in the car and wait till they get out of the bar because you never know if they're gonna like be there all day, or like you don't know if they're even in that location. So he went to the bar or into the restaurant. They said they don't make a public announcement, and I'm like, well, that's stupid. Like, okay, whatever. So we go in there, and I was like, well, I guess the other option would be to like keep your car here because I paid $20 for this parking spot, crazy amount. But we could have left the car there all night, even till like the next day. And I was like, well, we could just leave the car here. We'll get an Uber. We'll come.
Think about how crazy that sounds, guys.
Yeah. Okay, but like you didn't come up with a different plan, okay?
I came up with a different plan.
Wait. Your plan, everyone's gonna be like, what the heck did you do? So I was like, we can leave your car here. We can Uber home, and then like I'll drive back. Like we can drive back a little bit later and get your car. I was like, I'll pay for the Uber. Like, I'll pay for the Uber. He's like, no. And he was like, I can tell that he was getting like frustrated. Like, there's no answer. Y'all, when I tell you, this man thought he was in Tokyo Drift. He thought he was in Tokyo Drift.
Wow, I was. I was in Tokyo Drift.
So this parking lot had a little bit of like a railing / like it's a railing, but it was a little dip to it, and it led to like a back alley, right? He's like, what happens if I just pull forward? I was like, you're gonna hit the railing. Like, there's a railing in there. He's like, okay. And then he's like, I didn't think anything of it, and then he just started going like, legit. This is what went to his head. Play it from the beginning.
Let's play a little bit because
you're right.
They'll.
So that song was playing in his head because to me I was like, what? He just goes.
So basically, hold on. There was, they had a little concrete, the little tiny things, the little concrete things or whatever that be in front of you when you park. But there was like an alley directly in front of us. So yeah, I was like, I'm gonna just drive over this little barrier thing and I'm gonna just get to the alley. So I drove over it. Had to. Then we got to the alley, and I got out of that spot.
But honestly, though, I feel like it kind of fixed his car a little bit because I haven't heard any crazy sounds. Unless you have.
I don't know.
I was like, I was like, there's no way, and then you hear the, and I'm like. Oh, and he's like, do I stop? I'm like, at this point, keep going because it's like you can't reverse it back. Like,
you gotta go.
You gotta go. So yeah, that was that. I got
out of that spot basically.
That's it. But he didn't want to listen to his wife to wait for an Uber.
Think about that. We about to spend $20-something, maybe $30 to get home after we already paid $20 for this parking spot, just to come and then have to come all the way back downtown. No.
No, he decided to go Tokyo Drift and go.
Exactly,
and he
got
went
the hell off.
I was like, well,
and we made it home.
We did.
So you're welcome. Shoot, made sure I got up out of there.
You did. I was just like, yo.
Either way, it was a fun date night. You been making plans for the next one? You got a date? I mean, you really only got one more weekend to choose from, which is...
I mean, it's going to be the 20th because I'm off and you're off. And you have to work the weekend.
Oh, that Friday, right? Yeah. So
I hope we got warm weather because we're going to go putt-putting.
Are we?
No. I just...
Oh, no.
Okay. I thought I was just to see reaction of like, could that be, date thing, putt-putting?
I mean, it's up to you. I don't know if you want to tell me, if you want to surprise me. But I'm down for putt-putt if that's what you want to do. I'm down for whatever. I ain't never, said what I didn't want to do. Like, I don't give a damn. I'll do whatever you want to do.
And I don't have anything yet.
13 days.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
You can't decide the day of. I mean, you could. But I'll probably be able to tell. I'm like, I can tell you just winging this shit up.
But the thing, it would be beautiful. You'd be like, wow, babe. I'm like, I know, right?
So you put a lot of thought and effort into this, huh? You're like, nah, I just decided this morning.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Beautiful.
It's B-E-E. Okay. I'm sorry. Y'all, my bad, guys.
Okay. We're going to go to the questions.
All right, bet.
Deep.
Stop.
Deep. Oh, okay.
Stop left.
Stop left. Okay.
Yeah. I always say left because I think it's right, but it's not right. It's left. It's your left, my right.
Okay. How many backup plans do you make for your original plan?
Honestly, it just depends on what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Give me a scenario.
Okay. Like if I need to, I don't know. Like the other day, I had to go get a new tire because my tire had a nail in it.
Yeah.
So I had to get a new tire. Now my plan was to get a new tire, but if I couldn't, I would have went somewhere else. I would have had to call AAA. I had a couple backups. Like, what if I go out there and my tire's too flat where I can't move it? And I got to call AAA or whatever. You know what I mean? Like things like that. But if it's like, I don't know, I made a plan to go do something today and it fell through or something, then, I might not have a backup plan and I'll just, I don't know, just either do nothing or I'll make something else to do on the spot, but I won't necessarily have a backup plan for it. So, like I said, it just depends on what it is. Like if me and you had, like I made a plan for us to go out and do something and that fell through or the place was closed or whatever happened or it was storming and we couldn't go outside and do that. I might not have a backup plan. Now, if it was something that was like outdoors and like, I have to, I probably would make a backup plan. Like, if it storms, I'll have this movie as a backup or I have this as a backup. But if it's like, we're going to this place and for whatever reason, this place burnt to the ground or some shit, I probably wouldn't have a backup plan. I'd be like, well, damn, that was like, who would have thought that was going to happen? You know what I mean? So I say it just depends. It depends on what's happening. As far as like life things, again, not always either, but sometimes, like if I have a life plan, it's like, okay, well, if this isn't popping or this isn't working, then I do have a backup plan of something that I might also want to do. Not necessarily I have the whole plan fleshed out. It might just be an idea of like, I might do this instead, and then I'll think about it and plan that out once the first thing doesn't happen. But I might not have an actual full plan of it,
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. The first thing we're going to do on our date night is we're going to go to lunch and we're going to go to Longhorn. Because...
Fam.
What?
Thank you. Because they have Parmesan crusted lamb chops right now. Oh. And I want to go so bad. So that is perfect.
Yeah. Well, because it's our birthday spot. So I take you for your birthday. You usually take me for my birthday. But that's going to be one of our date nights.
Okay. I'll pay for it.
No.
Yeah, because it's your birthday dinner.
It's lunch, though.
Lunch, dinner, what else? You did take me for my birthday. It was fire.
It was delicious.
This year, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying your mom hijacked your birthday, but I didn't really have to plan nothing because your mom was like, "Hey, you're coming over here and we're doing tamales." I was like, "Okay," you know what I mean? I was just like, "Well, I guess I don't know if that made it easier for me, but I like to do shit for your birthday."
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, okay, I guess I don't have nothing to do. And then you work next weekend, so then we can't do nothing next weekend. So it's like. So pretty much like.
And I worked the next weekend after that. We both worked because
right.
I picked up, and it's your weekend of work, and then the next weekend after that you're going to the Reds opening day. So it's like.
So it was pretty much like, this is like the last weekend we're free.
Yeah.
So it was like, well, so that was cool. I mean, I'm glad your mom did something and I had a good time, but I was just like, well, I guess I don't got nothing planned for your birthday then, because that was it. So, that's cool. Yeah. So, we'll definitely go to Longhorn, and I'll pay for it. But, do you come up with backup plans?
Do I come up with plans? You know what? I feel like I've always been a backup kind of person, like, growing up. Like, I always had a plan of a plan of a plan of a plan. They can see exactly what you're watching on the...
Oh, that's funny.
Could you imagine he's like watching like X-rated stuff and you'd be like,
that'd have been crazy if I was watching something crazy.
I'd have been like,
that would have been nuts.
They'd be like, girl, he's cheating on you. I'd be like, with who? With who?
Yeah, that would have been nuts.
Well, that means the camera looks really well on those.
Hey, quality.
Quality for you guys.
You know what's funny? Because this camera really is quality. Like, it doesn't do 4K, but like, I mean, we bought this camera, what?
When we...
8 years ago? 8 years ago?
You bought it when we were dating.
Yeah, like we wasn't even married yet. So it's like at the very least 6 years at the very least.
Yeah.
So it's like I've had this camera for a very long time for it to still have like, for the quality to still be like, oh, this is still pretty good quality for 6 years ago. I guess at this point, I guess you can't really, I'm not saying you can't, but like how much more quality can shit get? You know what I mean? At this point in life, it's like now it's going to be like, man, it's so clear and focused. We could see your blood flowing under your skin. It's like, fam, all right, you're doing too much now.
Yeah. But the question is, do I have, I think I've always been a backup kind of person for everything. So now that I don't think I would have a backup plan right now. Like if you ask me like, hey, we're doing this, would I have a backup plan? Probably not. I would be like, we're gonna wing it. I think I'd be like, we're just gonna wing it and hope it works well.
Pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much the stage that I'm at right now. Like, unless it's something like super important to life or super like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's just regular shit, like, oh, we plan on going out, or I have a date planned, or I have this plan, I probably don't got to back up to it. So it's like if it doesn't work out, or if it doesn't, be like, oh, whatever, want to stay home and watch movies or something, like, you know what I mean? But
but I think that goes to like our personalities. I think I for sure, okay, this is gonna sound so bad, but like I like to go to like TJ Maxx, Home Goods, antiquing. You don't necessarily like to do that, and so like I was like, hey, I'm gonna go do that. I said, okay, and like that's my quality time, and you'd be like, yeah, that's fine. You are such a homebody that you're just like, all right, cool, I'm gonna watch anime, or I'm gonna play video games, or I'm just gonna watch sports and like lay around. Like that's your quality time. And I think like little by little I've been coving. I can't even say that anymore. I'm over it. I have been coming. Oh my god.
You've been becoming, or you've been coming. I don't know what you're trying to say. You have been becoming. There we go. Jeez Louise. More of a homebody, because I used to like to go to, I still, it might just be in the season that I'm in right now of like people have been testing my friendship and all this stuff, and so I feel like I'm in this little funky season that I'm walking with the Lord with. The Lord got my back and he's gonna take me through the season, but I definitely do like miss, like I want to say like I'm super homebody, but I do miss like our spontaneous like going on hikes and doing this and doing that. But that's why we started the whole, make sure that we at least once a month that we go out, because just like we explained our schedule coming up, it's like literally like this is the only weekend this whole month that we're like free together. You know what I mean? Like I work Monday through Friday. She, has a couple days off during the week, during her schedule, but I work Monday through Friday. She works every other weekend. I work every sixth weekend. You know, the next weekend that she's off, I have to work. Well, actually, you work too because you picked it up. But even if you didn't pick it up, I had to work, and I got to work 12s. And then the weekend after that, like Lydia's in town. We're going to go see Open a Day and spend time with her while she's in town. So it's like literally this whole month, we have maybe 4 days where we're both off together. Yeah. Like during this whole month. So it's like, you know, we do have to like. I mean, and I think that's the thing about being like this age as well. Like even when it comes to your friends, like you gotta like make plans like weeks in advance. It's not like, hey, what you doing Saturday? You want to go out? Or like, what you doing tomorrow? You want to go out? Like, no, you're gonna be like, hey, what you doing March 21st? Like, I'm off that Saturday. You off that Saturday? All right, let's plan something. You know what I mean? Like we're not at the age where we could just spontaneously do a lot of shit. Because our schedules are, you know, different, you know, friend schedules are different, family schedules are different, so it's not like you could just do things spontaneously at the age that we are, like pushing our mid-30s. Like,
and I think that's something that I have to like come to grips with, because I feel like, you know, I mean, I feel like, you know, when you watch like TVs and all, like, you know, social media and all this stuff, like you see people hang out like all the time, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hang out with my friend, we'll do this and we'll do that, and I'm like, and a part of me is like, am I missing that part of friendship? Like, you know,
because they, you know, a lot of them have, you know, influencer lives where they probably don't have like a 9 to 5 or a regular job that they gotta go clock into every day. Yeah. Which, you know, good for them. You know what I mean? But then, you know, to you, the average watcher, you're like, damn, why do they have so much time to hang out all the time? And I don't ever have time to hang out with my friends or my family. You know what I mean? Because you gotta go clock in every day. You know what I mean? And then, you know, I think this is just our schedule and our lives without kids. You know what I'm saying? When we get kids, it's going to be even worse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, not like in a bad way, but it's like, yeah, like now we have kids. So even the days that we do have off together, it's like, oh, now we got a kid. We can't just, I mean, we can take the kid with us type shit, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like now we're not probably going to the movies or going this and doing that, like unless we got a babysitter or something. It's like, so now we even got less time to like go out and do shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just, it's how life is when you get older, and you know, you got jobs, and especially if you got different jobs and different careers and shit. Like that's just how it is. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, and I think I'm more so used to that because I saw my parents. You know, they work very different schedules and different shifts. My mom used to work like damn near 12-hour days. You know what I mean? Like, so we spent a lot of time with my dad, like, because he worked like a, you know, probably like a 8 or 9 a.m. to like 2 or 3, because most of our lives are growing up anyway. He had like a little, like a package delivery. Like that's what he did. Like, so he used to do his package route, you know, and he'd probably be off by like 2 p.m. You know what I mean? So, and my mom worked like all the fucking time. Her hours were just weird and crazy and whatever. So they didn't go out and do a lot of shit together. You know what I mean? Like I remember times where they did, but it wasn't like a all the time thing at all. Like maybe once every few months they might go out and do their own shit, you know what I mean? But it's like they had very different schedules, and then they had 2 kids. Like so like, you know, so I grew up experiencing that, of being like, oh, this is what a married couple is, who have 2 very different careers, who have 2 children. This is what their married life looks like. You know what I mean?
I think the for my side of it, it's like I just grew up with a mom who was a single mom and all she did was work. So like, I wouldn't say like, I think my mom made a point to always like be there for major things if she could. She was making it a point, but then sometimes it'd be like, oh, mom's working, mom's doing this, like mom's working, mom, and I would be at school, mom would be working. So like, I didn't have the side of like, you know, having both parents. I only had one parent, it was my mom, and she was always working. So like, when she made time, she made sure that we were, you know, she was hanging out with us and like doing things, and she always made sure that we had clothes in our bag, shoes, like brand new shoes. Like every school year we'll have like two to 3 pairs of shoes that were like new. She'll make sure that we had some clothes. She'll make sure we had our school supplies. She'll get us a new backpack. Like she always, like that was her thing. She was like, she always made sure that we had schools. We always had shoes. I can't talk today. I always had shoes for the new school year. Like that was her thing. But you know, and then now I think I don't want to say that like I'm getting too old. Like I always say, oh yeah, I'm old. Yeah, I'm 33. Yeah, I'm still technically young. But I'm noticing now that I am in a like I said, I'm in a weird season in my life right now of like trying to figure out who I am as a person. Like I know people have like those moments of, and I think I've been talking about this for a little bit of time on these pod episodes lately of like I'm rediscovering who I am, what I want, and struggling through it all, like and I think I just have to let it go and just accept it. Like it's okay to change. It's okay to like go through things. It's okay to not be the same person as you were or as what people thought you were, and it's okay for that. And just that's the hard part right now for me is accepting that it's okay to change. Like, you know, people change all the time, whether it be good or bad, and it's okay. And sometimes it shouldn't affect your life, but it's like super hard for me to accept that. And I think that's why I'm struggling with it a lot lately of like, I think there's a lot of change happening and I feel like it's happening kind of fast, but at the same time, I feel like it's happening in God's timing of like, all right, like you've been asking for this. Well, here you go. We're going to go do this. And it's like, I have to trust the process and trust him. Like he knows what he's doing, you know? And that's super hard for me to accept because I'm like, I want to be in control of things and I know that I can't, especially if it's in his timing of things, you know, happening a certain way. Like I can't be like, oh, okay, God, I lied. Pump the brakes now. Put a pause. Put a pin in it. Like, I can't. It's like it's gonna happen regardless. So, yeah, I've just been in a weird funk. I feel like lately. So.
Yeah, you funky.
I am funky.
All right, guys.
That's it. That was all.
That's it. That's the song. That's the pause. Get the hell out. You ain't gotta go home, but get the fuck off our YouTube page.
I'm just kidding. Come back though. Come back. Come back. Come here.
Oh yeah, our bad. We was just joking.
Come here. Come here. Say, come here. Give you kisses for the week. Another one for the week. Come back.
Yeah, they cooked this off a long time ago.
Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. All that good stuff.
Smash that button. Let us know what you like and don't like about us.
Yeah. Do you guys make backup plans? That is a question for the week. Are you a backup plan person or do you just go with the flow? We out. Peace.
This is not the observers. Get out of here. We don't have fives. We do this.